trying to live stream. And sorry if you hear a vacuum in the background. Is it loud? Can y'all hear the vacuum?
No, you're good.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay, here we go. So YouTube is set up, and then let me just get this Instagram live going. Sorry, I have been a one-woman army these days, so it just takes a second for me to get everything set up. All right. Getting pressed live on Zoom. The one thing about Instagram is every time I get off of it, since I have an old iPhone 8, it refreshes everything.
You doing it though.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody in. Y'all ready? Do you have any questions before we get started? Okay.
Good to go.
All right, cool. I'm gonna let everyone in right now. All right, everybody. Hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Feel free to turn on your cameras if you would like to put a face to the name. What's up, everyone? Hey, Mike. Hey, Lori. Mike, I have to let you know yesterday. So yesterday I was at this event called Loud and Lit here in Portland. And Mike, I heard Miggs's song on, someone was playing. So Loud and Lit is this event where 5,000 people from Portland get together and ride a bike through the city, and they get exactly what it sounds like, loud and lit. They're drinking, they're smoking, they're riding their bikes all through the city. Then they meet at these different points to dance and just have a good time. Mike, and Miggs, hey Miggs, they played, what is it? Wake Up. Someone played Wake Up. They were driving down the street and they had a backpack on with a speaker, and they were playing one of your songs. I was like, what? Who is playing this? It was so cool. So Hudson and Beard, Mike and Miggs are really good friends and connections of mine out in Staten Island. Miggs makes just incredible alternative hip hop rock music, and Mike is his manager. So if you haven't had a chance to connect with Mike and Miggs, they're two incredible people in the music industry.
Definitely about to check them out.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. And then, hey, everyone, I see Justin in the building. Justin, long time no see. Nice to see you. A&R in your pocket, Mr. A&R, Mr. Music Professional. Hey, Vitus. I don't think I've gotten a chance to meet you yet. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Is this your first time coming to the event? I don't think I've seen you here
It
before.
is, yeah. I came across it probably on Twitter, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you an artist or?
I am. Yeah, I'm an artist and songwriter.
What kind of music do you make?
I like pop, R&B, pop soul kind of stuff.
Nice. Cool. Well, you are in a room full of incredible music curators that listen to all kinds of music. So I hope you learn a lot from the event. It's so great to have you here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to go ahead and just allow folks to introduce themselves. We're going to go around the room, say hey to everybody as people are popping in. We'll probably get started around 12:10. I'm Alexi, the CEO and founder of Finesse Media, by the way, and it's so great to see some familiar faces and some new folks. Hey, Helena, it's nice to see you. How are you doing?
Hiya, I'm good, thanks. Just finished the acting contract, and yeah, just chilling, enjoying the nice weather. Good to see you again.
Yeah, Helena, where are you located again? I can't remember.
I'm in England, in a small town called Bournemouth, like by the sea. So we're getting really nice weather now. It's June. It's lovely.
Nice. Oh, I have not been to London yet. One of these days, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to call you up and be like, Helena, I need you to show me the city in the summertime.
Do it. There's so many cute Filipino cafe spots as well in London. We'll go everywhere.
Yeah, Pinoy Pride. Cool. Anyone want to introduce themselves? Like I said, we're going to get started around 12:10. So if you would like to, feel free to just raise your hand. And I also encourage anyone that has their camera off, if you are able to share your face, then feel free to. It's a great way to get connected to folks in the music industry. Would anyone like?
I'd love to jump in.
Yeah, go for it.
This is Justin. What's up, everyone? I have missed you all greatly, Alexi. Just really, again, appreciate what you have developed here. I have been doing a lot of things. I think one particular outside of just being an independent A&R and helping artists. I actually had an artist release yesterday, her first project, so I'm thoroughly excited. But I have made a pivot from being and doing the traditional artist things to being a speaker musician. So I'm thoroughly excited about that. It's very similar, but yet different. But of course, in my long time of doing this, it's just like, look, I need more money and I need bigger impact in what I do and bring to music, but also sharing my stories and what I've been through and how that can change employee culture, organization culture, seminars, new professionals, young professionals in school. So I'm really excited about that. But other than that, I'm so glad to be here. I miss you guys.
Justin, it's so awesome to see what you're doing for artists. It's so incredible to see how you've gone from being an independent artist to utilizing the experience as an independent artist to help all these other independent artists.
Oh, thank you.
And I love seeing you. I'm so happy that you're here.
Yeah, I know. It's been some months, man. So I'm glad to be here and learn some more things about press and stuff. So
nice.
Thank you.
I missed you. I'm giving you a big virtual hug.
Big hug.
Cool. I saw Miss Al Boogie. How are you? It's good to see you.
Good afternoon. I'm here in my Saturday morning clothes. I forgot, for the past few finesse media stuff I've watched have been on YouTube after. So I forgot we were all gonna be introducing ourselves. But yeah, I'm Miss Al Boogie. I'm based in Brooklyn. I am, unintentionally a multi-hyphenate, but also it is what it is. So most people know me as a dancer and dance teacher and street dancer and video maker. I also make music and write, sing it, produce it. And I did a crowdfunding project last year that was successful. And now I am doing the finishing and putting out of everything. So I have a song coming out. So I uploaded it to DistroKid.
Nice. Congratulations.
So it'll be out in 2 weeks.
Nice.
So it works. So
yeah.
It's overall from a project that I call Love Boogie. Love Boogie.
I love that.
And then I'm also the marketing director for an arts org and festival org here in Bed-Stuy called Stoops.
Nice.
Those are all the things I'm doing. Nice to see everyone.
That's awesome. Miss Al Boogie, I see your name pop up all the time because I think you do interact with our YouTubes pretty frequently. So it's good to finally see your face. Although I think we're connected on Instagram, but it's good to see your face.
Yeah, y'all did really good outreach to all of us to make sure we're connected in a myriad of ways. So I did it.
Nice. Cool. Well, I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for sharing. Linda, I see your hand is raised. You want to introduce yourself? Hello. I love your fan.
Hi. Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hi, everybody. I'm Linda, based in Barcelona. This is sad here at the moment. Unfortunately, this event is happening during a friend's birthday party, but I really wanted to be part of this and listen to you guys. So I'm off in the corner. But yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter based in Spain and moving to Nashville, hopefully by end of the year, next year. And yeah, ready to listen and take part of these beautiful events. I'm so happy you guys just started doing these again because I find them very, very, very useful. And yeah, and excited. Nice to meet you all.
It's so great to have you, Linda, and hopefully you are staying cool in lovely Spain. Cool. Mike, you are up.
Hi everyone, I'm Mike Loco. I wear many hats, and I heard some things said by other people that I can actually address and help on. But I've been in the industry over 25 years. I run MLM Entertainment, which is a independent record label that only deals in the management side of things and artist development. We also operate MLM Distro, which is a distribution platform and admin publishing platform. To the Linda who was just speaking, when you get to Nashville, connect with me. I have a great team of producers that actually just moved there. They're working with Sony and BMG. I highly recommend them, so I'll connect that dot. I'm a plethora of information. I love to help the independent artists. I champion independent artists. I was on the major scene, and I like where I'm at now with the independents. I feel like there's a need for education and for guidance, and that's why I love Finesse Media. I love Lexi and everything that she does and the network that she has, and I'm always going to support that. So any questions, any way I can help anyone, feel free, tap in. I drop my IG in the chat. Everyone drop your IGs and make sure you follow Finesse Media and Lexi. And I just look forward to see what this has to do today.
Mike, we still have to FaceTime. I got you. Sorry, I've been traveling a lot, as you can see on my stories. Thanks for coming. Cool. We'll do G and then Gabby or Neptune Muse, and then we are going to go ahead and get started in just a second. Also, welcome into all the folks that just popped in. DJ, I see you. Latanya, A River, welcome. So G, you're up.
Hey, unfortunately, I'm unable to share my screen. I'm en route somewhere. But my name is Gracie. I'm an independent pop R&B electronica singer. I'm based in New York City. I have my first single set to come out early August, and I'm really excited for that. And I decided to come to this event. I think I've been to some events in the past, but I hadn't really pitched in much. But I'm mainly here to just, pick up more regarding press and PR and how to deal with the whole social media thing as I start my rollout within the next week or so. But I'm glad to be here, and I hope to become acquainted with more of you as time goes on.
Awesome. It's nice to have you on, and hopefully one of these days we'll get to see your face, but hopefully you're also traveling safely. Thanks, G. Cool. Gabby, you're up.
Hey y'all, I'm Gabby. Nice to be with y'all here. I go by Neptune Muse artistically, and I'm an independent artist and songwriter and creative director. I like putting my feet in all the creative spectrums, and I'm happy to be here with y'all. I don't currently have anything coming out soon, but I'm working on it. And if any producers want to hit me up, I like doing R&B, soul music. My influences are Sade to Minnie Riperton, so that vibes with anyone. Come talk to me afterwards. I'm happy to meet all of you here today.
Nice. Cool. Well, Gabby, when you do start making music, we'll be ready for it. So it's great to meet you and to have you here on the call today. All right, cool. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So again, for those of you who are just popping in, I'm Alexi. I'm the CEO and founder of Finesse Media. You are here for the Getting Press, what is it called? Getting Press Microblogs, part 3. This is a part of our microblog series where we are chatting with different music curators across the music industry that focus and cater to independent artists. So I'm really excited to be presenting and hosting with 2, unfortunately not 3 today, incredible curators. Unfortunately, Ella had a family emergency that she had to take care of, but we have 2 very special guests. I will start by just very quickly introducing Hudson, who is the founder of Zealand Pristine, who is also now the founder of a record label, which is so awesome. Hudson, thank you for joining. Would you like to tell the audience a little bit about yourself very quickly?
Yeah, so I'm Hudson. I'm based out in Southern California. I am the founder of Zealand Pristine, which is an online media publication, which we dedicate our platform to offering free press, upcoming artists, music producers, clothing brands, entrepreneurs, music journalists as well. We recently just launched ZP Records. This past fall, we released a mixtape, The Z List. We have a new single coming out. I do artist management, I used to write at Hot New Hip Hop. I do PR work here and there and a lot of other stuff, but yeah. So
Hudson
tap
is,
in if you need any free press. I'm always here for you guys.
Hudson is what we call a multifaceted queen. Thanks, Hudson. Jordan slash Beard. By the way, Beard is not his actual name, but Jordan, aka Beard, is the founder of the Bard blog, and he is a previous curator and an incredible one from R&B Radar. And I have been following Jordan's work silently for probably the last 2-3 years or so. And I'm so excited and grateful to be able to introduce him as one of our speakers today, also because he does so much work behind the scenes for artists that goes oftentimes unnoticed. So Jordan, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit and tell the audience about yourself? Oh, you're muted.
Hi everyone. My name is Jordan, also known as Beard or R and Beard. Started as a curator about 2 or 3 years ago now. I think three or 4 years actually. Started curating for like R&B Radar and a few other brands. The first place I actually curated for was Swid Life, and then also did for Ben Hill as well. But right now I'm like building my own blog, doing press for mainly R&B artists, but I am open to other genres like pop, hip hop a little bit, but mainly focusing on R&B and pop music. But yeah, like I wear a lot of hats, work a lot of work behind the scenes, especially as lately I've been working a lot behind the scenes, helping artists, trying to facilitate deals. Ultimate goal for myself is to be A&R at a label or fund my own label eventually in the future. So pretty much
Nice.
it. Yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and pin the both of you really quickly, just so that it's a little bit easier for folks to see you. So give me just one moment, add spotlight, and here we go. Okay, awesome. So before we get started, I want to encourage everybody, well, just a couple of expectations. One, please keep your mics muted. And two, grab a notebook and a pen so that you can all take some notes. Does everybody have a notebook and a pen? I need to see some pens. Nobody? None of you? Hey, River, I see it. Hey, I see it. People running to go grab their phone or their notebooks. I see it for our sons.
I promise I have one. I have one. Come on, I write every other day. I got a notebook. Everybody needs one.
Come on, Migs, I need to see it. Cool. So one of the things that I want to also preface to all of you is, like I said, this is part 3 of our microblog series. And one of the biggest reasons why we've been doing this microblog series is because oftentimes as independent artists, it's very difficult to get free press from massive journalists. And there are so many incredible music curators at your fingertips. And that was why I wanted to bring Hudson and Beard on, because the both of them have been offering free press to so many incredible artists, but they're not just people who write about music. They're also working in the music industry very actively as artist managers, as sometimes A&Rs, as whatever you need, marketing. They write bios, they do all of the above. So please take some notes, and I hope you enjoy. So we're going to jump into the interview and Q&A, and then towards the end, we'll do a listening session. So as we get started, Hudson and Beard, I would love to know a little bit more about just why the music industry. Like, obviously, we all love music. What brought you into the music industry? Like, why did you decide this is the career that I want to pursue instead of being, a doctor or a lawyer, an engineer, something like that? Why music? And either of you can start.
Here, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. It's kind of weird, my journey, because I kind of wanted to be an engineer at first. Like, even my high school is geared towards engineering. So I kind of like always wanted to be in that direction. And then eventually I realized school wasn't quite for me. And then I started like streaming on Twitch, and I built a community on there and connected with one of my friends who was also a curator. It's kind of low key. He goes by No Vibes on Twitter, or if you know the Metronome platform. we connected on there, and he was like, "You really have like really good taste in music." And he's like, "You should make playlists." And we started making playlists together, and then eventually I started gaining some attention from larger platforms like R&B Radar, Squid Life, and I kind of just followed that path. And it kind of makes sense looking back on my life because like growing up in the church, I like was the sound tech for my church. So I always kind of been around music. I also am classically trained in the saxophone and trumpet. So it kind of makes sense. I'm like kind of like going full circle back to music.
Do you sing?
Uh, I can sing. I just don't sing in front of people because
Got
I am
you.
heavily introverted. So,
Got you. Do you karaoke?
never done karaoke before. No,
Ever?
I need to go out one day and like no, never been to karaoke.
What,
No.
Beard? That means that you don't have enough Filipino friends. That's what that means.
I know I need to find some more.
You know what? When I come back to Philly, we're going karaoke. I don't even like karaoke
Okay.
like that, to be honest. I'm a shower singer, but we're going karaoke. That's so funny. Hudson, what about you? Why'd you get started in the music industry?
Growing up, I've always just loved music. So in high school, like I was a girl reading XXL magazines on DatPiff, downloading mixtapes and stuff. At one point, it got so bad that my mom was like, "You can't listen to music anymore. Like, you need to focus on school." So I was sneaking and buying CDs because I loved it that much. And I enjoyed writing and just helping up and coming artists, just trying to find new music to listen to. So when it came time to figure out what I wanted to do for college, I knew this is what I wanted to do. So Dylan Pristine has always been a dream of mine as a teen. And like I said, I just genuinely love helping up and coming artists and people in general. So it just went hand in hand.
Yeah. Did you ever want to be anything else?
I thought about honestly doing like criminal justice. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see that down the line, like investigation, journalism, but who knows?
Are you the type of person who watches a lot of true crime?
Yes, it's bad. It's bad. Late night watching it. Yeah.
All right.
All that good stuff.
Sidebar, what are the both of you watching right now?
I've been binging Black Mirror, so I've been watching that.
Nice. What about you, Beard?
I'm not a big TV person, but I do watch anime. So the last anime I binged was called Hell's Paradise. It's a newer anime, so it's only got like eight episodes out right now, but it's really good.
I'm waiting for the new Arcane to come out.
Ooh, I hear that's good.
Arcane was good.
Yeah, I need to start that one.
Also, Justin says my wife on Black Mirror.
It's a great show.
Oh, cool. Well, back to the music industry. So obviously the both of you have had a lot of experience in different places. And what I love about both of your platforms is you are very open to helping just, artists that have barely any followers, that have, not a lot of streams oftentimes. So what is it that you really look for when you're curating? Because obviously curating does take skill, and you are curating for an audience that, most of the time haven't heard a lot of these independent artists. So what is it that you look for in independent artists, and what advice would you give to independent artists that are looking to be featured on platforms like yours?
That's a good question. I think for me, for one, the sound, you kind of can tell if somebody's serious about their craft, and then going through their Instagram or their Twitter, seeing if they have like a layout, they have photos and stuff, like if this is something that they are serious and passionate about. That's what I really look for. My advice would be just be ambitious, just be out there, keep sharing your music. Sometimes people don't reach out to me if I just come across your music on social media. I'll tap in and just write it just because I feel like they're very passionate about what they do. And sometimes I can come through on a song. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Got you. What about you, Beard?
Yeah, for me, I guess it's just the sound, like something has to catch my attention. A lot of times I do like theme playlists. So like my most popular one is called You, Me, and LEDs, which is kind of like a late night vibe kind of playlist. So like I try to find songs that are in that lane. Spotify is really good at finding artists similar to artists that you already like. So like sometimes late at night I'm going down like a Spotify rabbit hole where like I find an artist that has like 20 followers, and they sound better than some mainstream artists. So it's just a matter of like a curator willing to find the music, but then also like don't be afraid to promote your music. Like TikTok is another one. It's harder to find artists because TikTok will like put you in a different niche every day essentially. But I do find artists on TikTok as well. And don't be afraid to reach out to curators. Like we're not gonna bite, you know, as long as if we like the music, we're definitely gonna like definitely support it for sure. Or for me, like even if I don't like it, I'll offer criticism to like help that artist maybe like improve. So don't be afraid to reach out for sure.
What do you both suggest? So we obviously have a lot of independent artists in here that have not been featured on your platforms. What do you usually suggest to them to stand out from the crowd? Because I'm sure you all get hundreds and hundreds of submissions and folks are constantly reaching out to you, and your DMs are probably always crazy, your emails are always crazy. So how can an artist stand out to you, or what are some tips that you have for them to make sure that they have a better outreach message?
I think a catchy intro, or just saying like, hey, I saw you at so and so, like I just saw you on this platform. I think what you're doing is dope. Something like that, because sometimes people will just reach out to you just because they're reaching out to you. They don't necessarily know what you're doing. Like I had somebody in my my DMs the other day, like, what's up, Playboy? It's like, that's not what we're doing. Come on. Like, know who you're reaching out to first off. Like,
have
do your
some
homework a
decorum.
little bit. Yeah. So something like that. Just do your homework. And honestly, if you want to reach out to somebody, do it. The worst thing they can say is no. Don't be afraid.
The worst or not the worst, but one of the things that I don't like is I don't like yo beautiful. That one I can't
Professional.
Beard, what about you?
I would say things to do, like for me personally, I prefer email, only because if we're not already having like a connection or relationship in the past. Twitter DMs, Instagram DMs, they get lost and they're in the request section, and that's like a scary area to check. So I'd rather like get an email, or if you see me tweet something about a playlist, I usually tweet right before I finish a playlist just to see if I can add a few more like low key artists. Like if I tweet out, "Hey, I'm working on a soul playlist," please just send me soul. Don't send me like any trap soul or like hip hop, especially. Like if you see art, like a curator like ask for certain type of music, and if you have it, feel free to like tweet. That's a really good way I found. Like I think last year, like I posted the last rotation of my soul playlist. Like I found like a half of them were from Twitter. So just like follow the curators, be on the lookout for when they tweet about a playlist. Submission forms as well is really big too, because like you go to the link tree, hit the submission form, we check those. But like I'll say like what not to do is not to spam, because like I hate spam. I know it's bad because like I really want to support the artist, but like I hate spam where it's like I could tweet like, "Oh, I'm having a bad day," or like my dog died or something. So I'm like, "Well, this will cheer you up," and it's like it's not going to cheer me up at all. I hate those type of tweets. It's not going to work. It makes me view you in a bad light, which I don't necessarily want to do. So just like tweet, you can tweet me on like relative stuff, or even if it's just like a random mention. Like if you just mention me randomly, not on like a thread or anything, I'll view my mentions. So
yeah, so both of you brought up the next question that I have, which is, what are some messages or what are some ways that people have sent you their music that you're like, this is not okay, an artist should be aware of it? Fatima, which I can't remember if I'm pronouncing it correctly. If not, I apologize.
You got it. You got
Okay.
it.
Okay, cool. So Fatima said, make sure to spell people's names correctly when you reach out. So maybe some examples like that.
Happens to me all the time. People misspell because like I'm training to be an A&R scout. So like sometimes artists reach out to me and they'll like get my name completely wrong. And I'm just like, I'm not going to respond.
Yeah, thanks for that point, Fatima. Yeah, but Hudson and Beard, what are some examples like that might help some of the independent artists?
I think, like I said, somebody had DM me and they said, "What's up, Playboy?" A lot of times people mistake me for a guy just because my name is Hudson. So it's like you can just scroll through and see like it is like I'm a girl. Like, come on now. Like, just do your homework. Like, if you want to reach out to somebody and just in general connect and build that foundation with somebody, just do your homework. Make sure you're spelling their name right. Just brushing up on who they are as a person, because that honestly will just ruin your chance of networking with that person. And you never know. Sometimes if you're at these events, you might run into somebody, and you should just know who you're in a room with. So just be on your P's and Q's.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, I think the one bad example I had was like I know a lot of artists, you're gonna reach out to a lot of curators, a lot of platforms, and you might copy and paste emails, but make sure that you change the name of the person you're sending the email to. Because I've gotten emails before where it's like, "Hey, Gendirect." I'm like, I am not Gendirect. I wish I was, but I'm not Gendirect. So make sure you definitely double check who you're sending an email to. Another thing, like Hudson said, do your homework. Like, I had artists reach out to me and say like, "Hey, I have a song. I feel like it would fit the vibe of this playlist that you've been working on." And it's like, it shows that you actually care about the work that I do, that you know the different sounds of how my playlists are, and then go from there. Another one I would say to avoid is, if you're hitting up a playlist curator, do not send the full project. Send like maybe one or two singles you think are really good, because a lot of times we don't have the time to sit and listen through a whole album to find that one song that we feel might fit the vibe.
Yeah, those are really good points. I will be honest with this finesse media community, and I've told other folks this before, but if folks approach me on my personal Instagram and Twitters or my social media pages incorrectly, I will just honestly, I'll block a lot of them, because sometimes it comes off very rude. So for example, my grandmother had passed away at one point, and someone had sent me a drill song, and just they yeah, it's just the wrong timing. It's like, come on, man, you're what are you doing? And they did the exact same thing as what you were saying, Jordan. Like, I think this will cheer you up. It's like, no, what? So I will give that as a piece of advice. Just, outside of doing your homework, make sure that it's the right timing too. Like, a lot of us, I mean, we're all still people as curators, as people who are, as people who are in the music industry, we have lives too. And so it's also just important to remember that we're very busy people. We have other stuff going on. So when you send us a message, it should be very respectful. It should be kind. And you should compliment the people that are potentially going to give you free press, because that could give you an opportunity where as we have mentioned, a lot of artists do not approach properly. I'll give a couple of other examples, and this is just some points to mention. And Hudson and Beard, maybe this will bring up some other examples of things that you've gotten that people should avoid doing. I've also gotten messages from people trying to hit on me at the same time as trying to send me their music. I've gotten people who will send their music, and it's their entire album. Like Jordan was saying, they'll send me their entire album of 20 songs, and then they will ask me to listen to the whole thing, also write a piece about them, feature them on all social media platforms, and then also give them feedback. And it's like, I don't even know who these people are, so I'm not going to be doing all of that. So those are just a couple of examples that I want you all to be aware of. Obviously, this is a pretty great community that we have here of independent artists, but sometimes you just don't know, and it's good to hear about other horror stories.
Yeah, if you're reaching out to like a female journalist, don't hit on them. Please don't. That's not gonna go very well.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
Or even a guy, like don't try to flirt with the guys either. Like, just keep it professional, because at the end of the day, our main goal is just trying to give you guys your space to showcase your work. We don't want to mix business with pleasure. We're just trying to, keep it simple.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a couple of comments in the chat too. My favorite one I received was when a dude hit me up saying, "Yo, check my shit." Yep, that that happens pretty frequently. Pet peeve is using slang. Yeah. Let's see, don't hit on anyone. Yeah. Then the best one is, "Yo, let's work." Yeah, get that a lot.
Just remove that from your vocabulary. Yo,
Yeah,
that's where it just
don't
it's
say that
never
to
good.
anybody.
I would say another one would be I noticed like Shay from Audio Mac or Yan from Pandora. If you're gonna reach out to a curator that works at a company, make sure you send, especially at a DSP, make sure you send them a link from that respected DSP and not a competitor, because they're not gonna open it. They're not gonna use it.
Mhm.
They're not gonna view it. So, and it makes it more difficult if they are willing to take the extra step to like search your name on their DSP. It's just an extra step. So definitely avoid that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. A lot of music curators that do work at, Spotify, Audio Mac, they say this a lot. I'm sure you all probably know Ange. She is one of the artist relations managers over at Audio Mac, and people will always send her Spotify links, and she finds out that these people aren't even on Audio Mac. And so if you are an artist that's submitting to, especially if it's Audio Mac, make sure that your music is actually on the platform. And then Justin said, and then they get mad because you don't respond or check them out. Yes. Artists also, please don't get mad at, at people for not responding.
Yeah,
And
don't
then
send me no angry DMs or angry emails.
Yep. I have one LinkedIn message where, and then I'll move on to the next question, but I have one LinkedIn message where this woman asked me something, and we just get so many messages. We don't have time to reply to every single person. We try our best to, but we just don't always have the time. This message it was an essay, long message, and I didn't respond to it. And she sent me 10 consecutive messages within the next 10 days asking if I've gotten a chance to check out her music. And that happens pretty frequently. So just, keep those things in mind. I trust that you all are smart enough to do your due diligence, but sometimes it's like, tell your friends this too, because we deal with this a lot. But moving on to the next question, Hudson and Beard, I'd also really love to know about what some of your favorite projects have been, because I know you both have worked on so many different projects. What are some of the ones that you're most proud of, or ones that you were just like, this is one of the best projects I've ever worked on?
I think for me, like off the top of my head, is the EP I released with my media publication, The Z List. It was just fun creating that. I feel like not a lot of media publications do that, release a project. So it's fun reaching out to the artists and just really creating that. I think that's probably like one of the fun thing I've done for the Z List.
I love the Z List, by the way. And I love the artist that you featured, and Pyro Lucane is a good friend. So when I saw him, I was like,
we have I'm dropping a new single next month, and Pyro produced it as well. And I have some Jersey artists on it, 2 Jeeps. So it's weird because I'm from SoCal, but a lot of my friends and stuff, they're from the East Coast. So
yeah. Hudson, for a second, I thought you were saying that you were releasing your own music, like
Oh, no.
your own single. I was thinking, what? And she makes music too. She does it all.
Wish, yeah. But no, shout out to all the people from the East Coast. Like, you guys are incredible. Like, I don't know, something about the East Coast. I've only been as a kid, but I'm going out there this year. So tap in.
Nice. Beard, what about you? What's your favorite project?
Like something that I personally worked on. I would say like my work through R&B Radar, because I had a chance to like promote a lot of artists. Like I guess one of my success stories, I guess, but I hate using the term discovered an artist, but like I guess an artist that helped amplify would be Violet, who everyone loves, and also like Nipa and I think Elmine. We like helped like launch their careers like through the R&B Radar platform. So that was like really beautiful to see like them take off in their own way now. So
Ballad went off. Beard, when you started posting him up on R&B Radar, I don't know if all of you know who Ballad is. He's huge on TikTok and Twitter, and I think Instagram as well. Incredible R&B artist. But Beard, when you started promoting him, I remember seeing the numbers climb and climb and climb and climb. And then he didn't even know that he was being promoted by all of you at first. And then when you all did promote him and he saw that his numbers going up, he had realized, and it was just so awesome and wholesome to see, you know, it's so cool to see the work that the both of you are doing make a difference in the music industry and make a difference for these artists' careers, which again is why I've got to thank you both for even being on here, because I truly do love your platforms. And I think a lot of the artists here are followers of your platforms and are really excited to ask you some questions, actually. So I'd love to move into the Q&A and open the floor up to folks. So artists, music industry professionals that are in the building, if you have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and open the floor. Feel free to raise your hand, and then you can unmute yourself in order, and just please keep on topic. Don't ask about, you know, don't talk about your mamas or something like that, unless it has to do with your music and a song you're releasing or something like that. So anyone have any questions that they would like to ask Hudson and Beard? Nothing? You all have a chance to speak? All right, Kimmy, I see you.
I'm so tempted to unmute. Stay.
Hi guys, how are you? So I am an independent artist, and I've been struggling with figuring out the timing of when to reach out to blogs. So say I have a song coming out, you know, like on a Friday of like the first of the month. When would the ideal time be to reach out to microblogs about press?
I usually
For me,
go ahead, Beard.
you go. Okay. Me personally, I would say at least give me 2 weeks in advance. Some might say 4 months, but for me, at least 2 weeks in advance.
I would say the same, like 2 weeks or a week in advance. I kind of look at it as like if you're doing a press release, just you want to reach out, send like a SoundCloud link or the music, whatever you have, your bio, photos and stuff like that. That way, if you want to interview, we could set that up, or an article if we have questions about you and stuff.
Okay. Is there such thing as like maybe reaching out too early? Like would a month be too much?
I had somebody reach out to me recently and they're not dropping a project till like late fall.
Okay. Yeah, that helps to
I
know.
would say, I would say even if you reach out, quote unquote, too early, even if you like maybe send like a reminder email, maybe like a week before, that's fine too. But like the earlier the better for curators.
Cool. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Kimmy. All right, Megs, you're up.
Okay, so my question to you guys is, as the curators, when it comes to the after effect, like when a song is already out and dropped, is there like any leeway? Like how long do you think a song has to be out before like it's worth getting put on like a blog, I guess? Like is there any stipulation for that, or is it kind of just whether or not the song is good?
For me, my cutoff time frame is like two to 3 months. You know, it's kind of like a trend.
It's got to be fresh.
Yeah, it still has to be fresh. So 2 to 3 months is like my cutoff is for songs and projects in general. And of course, if the music is good. Sometimes like I'll break my own rules, just like if the project is dope itself and I feel like you need press, let's just do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for me, I don't think there's a set rule for it. Like I think for me, like the latest I do is like as long as it's released within a year's time, I have no problem like promoting it. But like I have older songs on my playlist, like as long as the sound fits, I'm fine promoting it.
Good to know, because I know there's a lot of curation. It's like it has to be like fresh off, like it's got to be like crispy, brand new. So that's what because I like to know, especially considering all of these like bigger curation companies, all of these music libraries and stuff like that. I know it's very based on numbers. It's very based on like if you get it in on time, it's got to be very fast paced and stuff like that. So it's good to know when it comes to blogs and like other outside press, it's easier for you to get your curation process without having to be super 100 miles an hour the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks,
Appreciate you
Megs.
guys.
All right.
Yeah, no problem.
Excuse me. Linda, you are up.
Yeah, I was wondering, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, great. I was basically wondering if you guys require an independent artist to have an EPK as well, you know, when we're reaching out to you, would you like us to include that, or is it fine to just, you know, have a link to your music and explain a little bit about the situation and what your goal is?
For me, when it comes to like getting articles and stuff, I don't really care too much about an EPK. If you include links, that's always great, just so it's easier for us to like listen to your music. And a little bit about yourself, like an artist bio, that, yes, very needed, just so we know like who you are. Because if we like the music, sometimes we'll jump in and start writing the article. And then if we have more questions, we'll reach out to you.
Okay.
Yes, I agree. Like it don't necessarily have to have an EPK. Like for me, for the Bard, I like to have at least 2 photos if possible, and maybe like a visualizer or like a YouTube video that you have, provide that link for me. But yeah, as long as the music is the important part at the end of the day, but just make sure you have at least like 2 photos. You don't need like a full EPK or anything like that.
I feel like EPK,
Okay.
or so if you're reaching out to like places you want to.
Yeah.
Make sure
Okay.
you do have an artist bio too, like in your Spotify or SoundCloud, Audio Mac, whatever, because we do check that out sometimes. Like, say we don't know who you are, and we just found your music, SoundCloud, Spotify. We want to see like who you are, so make sure you definitely have that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, a lot of microblogs don't always ask for EPKs. Some of them will specify if they need one, but I will say it's helpful if you all have one, if you're going to be reaching out to microblogs and larger publications. So just keep that in mind. But thanks, Linda. And I hope you're enjoying the music in the background. It sounds like a party. Happy birthday to your parents. Cool. Justin, you're up.
Hey, Hudson Beard, I really do appreciate you all's journey, story, and what you're doing. My question is, so I've been doing this for quite some time, and microblogs has definitely been my soft spot, but it is still rare in 2023 that I still find that you guys are doing this for free. So I just wanted to get more feedback on why. I'm sure every artist can appreciate that, but in a time that we are all about services and this is what I do, this is how much I charge, it's rare that people really actually are not only not charging, but to me, it sounds like you guys absolutely take, what's the word? You take what you do seriously. Like you're just as good as any other top blog that you can think of. So I just wanted to get your mindset on why you approach it right now for free and to want to really help people like that.
I'll go ahead. So my whole motto for Zillow and Pristine is free press is good press and good press is free press. When I started coming out, I was interning at first, and I started hearing that journalists were charging to get press, and it's like, why? You know, we're here to help out an artist. An artist already has to pay A, B, and C. We're writing because we're supposed to write, you know. I just simply love music. Everybody on my team, they understand that. And it's free press, you know. There's no need to charge. If you enjoy the music, write about it. So that's me.
Beard, what about
Fair
you?
enough. But
Yeah.
no lie, I've gotten, and I think it's kind of probably fake, but just recently I get DMs a lot from, I won't name the publications, but I've actually reached out to them to be like, yo, is this legit? Because they will you in on, oh, I can get you this, and this. And you're like, okay, that's what's up. Then on the first thing I say, how much? And then they still play it off. And then later you find out is $50, $100, whatever. And I've actually gotten a response from this one particular publication that was like, yeah, we don't do that. So I think in a time that I know artists, we all, like you said, we got to have a budget for so many things, but with press, it can go either way. And it's just rare that, you know, especially the diversity, minorities, Black, that I've seen that in my experience in the time that I've been doing this. So to hear, like someone said, the passion, I can appreciate, I hear it. So I just want to say thank you to that, to be able to really get behind what, you know, what your perspective is. So.
Beard, is there a specific reason for you or different reason?
No, pretty much just the passion. Like I feel as though there's other ways for people to make money, but to charge an independent artist, like especially up and coming, they may not have the funds. It's not necessarily fair. Like I know like some platforms that I work for, like in the past, they may charge like, of course, like the major label artists, but like we won't charge like independent artists because there's really no point to like try to charge you when you're trying to make it yourself. From my personal brand, I don't believe in charging. I'd rather just run ads on my website than to charge you for. I might not even have the greatest. It might not be the greatest like return on investment for you to give me $100 for a blog post, and you might not see the impact that you're looking for. So it's no point in me charging when I'm still growing my brand as well, and you're growing your brand. So it's more so mutually beneficial for both of us. Like if I blow you up and everyone is now looking at my platform as, oh, this is the guy to go to know the next hottest artist. And then, so it's like mutually beneficial to like just work together and not charge each other. So.
Jordan, you mentioned a great point that I actually want to bring up to the entire audience. So for those of you who don't know, major labels pay a lot of money to put music onto curators' platforms. So when you see other artists being promoted on larger platforms, it's not always that they're being paid to do it, but just keep that in mind because, you know, sometimes we get in our own heads Hudson, Beard, and I are all more so on the business side, but we're creators just as much as we are business people. So as we're creating, sometimes it's hard to find this balance of like, you know, should we charge for this? Should we give this for free? And oftentimes these microblogs or even larger publications will have to rely on some type of income in order to keep their business going. So they will receive money from major record labels to promote these big artists on their platforms. But just keep in mind that that doesn't discount any of your work. If you're seeing these larger artists be promoted on the platforms and your music hasn't been accepted, if anything, it's better because if these larger artists are getting promoted, the major record labels are promoting it to their teams. They're putting ads out on those posts, and then those those platforms are getting more visibility, and that means that if you're promoted on those platforms, then you'll also get more visibility. So just keep that in mind as you're submitting to some of these microblogs. Cool. Dre, I see you got your hand up. I'm going to try to get to as many of you as possible before we hit 1 o'clock so we have time for the listening session. But Wet Lava Boy / Dre.
Yes.
Go for it.
Thank you. Hi, Wet Lava Boy. Thank y'all again for sharing your wisdom with us and your knowledge. I came a little late, so I hope this is not, apologize if you already answered this. But one, I heard the word EPK or something like that. I don't know what that is. So I was wondering if y'all could let me know. And then the other thing is, what platform would y'all say is good to connect with folks that are doing the work that y'all are doing? Like, is it like just social media, like just being aware, like and finding people, or like, is there a space where you are like, all right, this is where folks that do this work connect?
An EPK is an electronic press kit. So it just has everything about yourself, photos, links, your like highlights your careers and stuff. Things like that. I think the best place to connect with people is all social media platforms. Social media can be tricky, but if you use it the right way, it can be really beneficial to you. So say you followed me, for instance, a lot of times I retweet other people's stuff in the industry, so you can build your connection that way. Don't be afraid to reach out to people like, hey, I saw you on so-and-so, or I think what you're doing is great. I want to connect with you. I'm dropping a project this fall, just things like that. You could do that on all social media platforms.
Yeah, you can do it on all social. I like Twitter the most. I feel like it's more interactive than like Instagram or TikTok. TikTok can be interactive. Like there's a lot of curators that promote music on that you can connect with. But I really like Twitter because it seems like Twitter has a lot of people like on the ground level, like trying to promote artists and connect. So
Great. Does that answer your question?
I couldn't find the unmute button. Yes, thank y'all so much.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. For our sons, it's good to see you again. You are up. Oh, you're muted. There you go.
Here we go. Hey, how you doing?
Good. It's good to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Good to see you as well. Good to be seen. Hudson and Beard, pleasure to have you guys on. I just wanted to say how much of a breath of a fresh air it is to hear you guys being passionate about what it is you do. And the fact that you're with Finesse Media doing this, I think it's even more awesome. And I just wanted to speak on the financial pieces. I've been duped like several times in terms of people saying they like my music. I'm gonna put you an article out, this, that, and the third. And it's like those charges come. And then those charges come, and then you rack up $300-400, and then the article never gets published. But again, it's a breath of fresh air to see that people who are doing what you guys are doing, for sure. And I just wanted to speak on that.
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
For our sons, were you also asking about, it sounds like you also had a slight question about being duped. Are you kind of asking about how to avoid some of those types of scams?
That would be a blessing if we could get that information out here to try to ways we can avoid being duped as far as just scammers go in terms of reaching out to artists and telling them they can do XYZ for them.
Yeah. Hudson and Beard, do you have any advice on that?
I would say stay away from anyone that uses like the terminology of guarantee, because in the music industry nothing's guaranteed. Like recently, I had someone's manager hit me up to like try to help them reach out to curators because they don't personally have the time to. They wanted to pay me, but I was just like, I can't really guarantee anything. So I was like, if you want to like give me a love offering, that's cool. But I was like, all I can promise is I can reach out to like the connections that I've built over the years. And what happens, but I personally wouldn't feel comfortable like taking money if I can't guarantee anything. But like stay away from people that like guarantee, especially large publications. Like if someone's like, oh, I can guarantee you to get you on Lyrical Lemonade, most likely they can't guarantee that. So unless they actually work for the company. But I would say like all the people that you may follow on social media, like the curators you follow, a good rule of thumb is see the mutuals that curators follow, because most of the time we follow legit people. Sometimes like you might have some people that slip through the cracks of that, but like for the most part, if you see a lot of people that you already have a relationship with follow someone else, you can kind of sort of trust them a little bit. So, but still do your research at the end of the day.
Yeah, research is important. One time somebody reached out to me, they were trying to verify like a transaction. Somebody from XXL was trying to give them press, but they were trying to charge them like I think $1,200. And I'm just like, it's not legit. You can tell a lot of mainstream magazines, XXL, The Source, Vibe, they don't charge for press. So that right off the bat should be like something you should know.
Yeah, I'll also chip in here a little bit. So if you all are receiving any messages from journalists saying, again, that they can guarantee anything, but that they're going to charge you, just keep in mind that some of these people are doing these things under the table and they're not supposed to. Everybody is trying to get their bread. Unfortunately, in the music industry, there's this like lack everywhere. So people will do things that they shouldn't be doing. People will get paid under the table when they're not supposed to be. So for example, a Forbes writer might be accepting payments from someone to write about a specific artist or entrepreneur when they're not supposed to be, but Forbes doesn't know that they're accepting money from them. So just keep those things in mind, that when you are dealing with those people, sometimes people are just trying to make another buck, because journalists don't unfortunately get paid very well in the music industry, or just in general, because there is a lot of free press. But that's part of the business model. But because of it, sometimes journalists will charge you, and then they will not write the articles for you, or they won't be able to get the articles in the publications that they promise. So a good rule of thumb is, if a journalist is reaching out to you and suggesting that you pay for the opportunity, it probably isn't going to be a great opportunity. So just keep that in mind. And you all can also, I think I've mentioned this before, but if you don't know, you can always reach out on Finesse Media's Instagram and ask questions. We try to get back to you all to answer those types of questions. So if you do see a scam, feel free to let us know, because also we, as curators, so Beard, Hudson, and we're very in tune with what's going on in the music industry, and folks like us, we talk. So if there's someone that scammed you, or is not doing something they're supposed to be doing, then even though the music industry is a big industry, it's also really small, and we try to help independent artists avoid things like that. So there's this guy, Hudson and Beard. Do you remember this guy? He's bald, has, I think, glasses.
Yeah, it's like Bradley
something on Twitter and LinkedIn, is always posting these scams, saying he's gonna, promote artists. DJ, I see you laughing because I'm sure you've seen it too. But he's always posting up these scams as if, I'm gonna get you in front of all these major labels, and then he'll take people's money and he just runs, but he gets away with it. So in terms of scams, keep those things in mind and let people like us know when stuff like that happens, because even though we might not be able to stop the actions, we can try to hold some of those folks accountable. So, or even, save another artist from getting into issues like that. For our sense, does that help a little bit? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, it does. I appreciate that. And I think that's much needed, a space where people can go to and kind of expose those type of things that's going on. Because I got hit kind of bad, like 2 or 3 times. The double XL, the source, quote unquote, and somebody else. But yeah, and it started off free. Then it was like there's a licensing fee. Then there's a something. I completely just got discouraged. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make music. I'm not into this promoting. That ain't what I do. I'm just making music and I'm done.
Yeah. And I also just want to say, so for those of you who do know me personally, and this is just a little side note about our community, we're really big on providing a safe space for artists. And unfortunately, the music industry is full of a lot of bad actors. So we do highly encourage you being honest with folks in the music industry about situations like this. For our sons, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And I know you're not the only one in here that has experienced it, because I know a couple of artists in here who have gone through stuff like that too. I myself have experienced, deceit and dishonesty in the music industry, people trying not to pay me for my work. And it happens to almost everybody, because we're entrepreneurs. So just know you have people in your corner that are backing you up, and hopefully this is helpful. And also thank you to Jackson Henderson and Rizah for doing the research, for letting everybody know, do not do any work with Brad Murphy. For everybody on the internet, this is live on YouTube, this is live on Instagram. Do not do any work with Brad Murphy. Cool. DJ and then Mike, and I know we're running a little bit over time, but I think these are really great questions. Is everybody learning something? Is this helpful for folks to hear? Okay, cool. So DJ, you're up, and then Mike, and then we're going to move into the listening session. DJ, you're muted.
Hey everyone. I'll make it quick. Earlier, you guys mentioned, like, the way you decide to platform a song is mostly your taste. It's like a subjective thing. How do you balance having like subjective taste and also objectively saying this is a good record and maybe I should platform it, even though it may not be necessarily my cup of tea?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
For me, when it comes to like getting pressed for articles and stuff, I do have a team. So a lot of the time they bring in different stuff and I'm like, okay, I like this. Let's just do it. And I also like for my platform, I also don't strictly just stick with like hip hop. We write about everything, including like country, rock. So that's me.
What about you, Beard?
For me, like I try to stay with R&B. Like if I playlist something, I have to personally like it. If I'm like working with like a platform, usually platforms just want current music. So like if it's the current release, I might not personally like it, but I'm able to look at it objectively and be like, okay, it is good music, it's just not for me. And I can still put it on a playlist, like if I'm working for like a platform, but like for my personal playlist, I definitely have to enjoy the music. So
DJ, does that answer your question? It's kind of subjective still, but is that
Yeah, I
helpful?
guess I always wonder, like, even if you may not necessarily like the record, is it like a possibility of like to win someone over? Like maybe it's packaged well, or maybe it, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's the question.
Nice. Yeah, I guess the answer is if we like it,
yeah. I mean,
we
like
may.
there's been like maybe one or two songs where like I've seen like the music video and I can kind of appreciate it more seeing a music video, but for the most part, like it has to be something that I personally enjoy. So
Or sometimes I may not say I don't like the song that they sent, but I like them as an artist. I'll try to just do like a piece about them as an artist and what they're working on.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Cool. Thanks, DJ. Also, DJ, it's so great to see you. I'm so happy I saw you in Philly. Which also, DJ and Beard, if you all haven't connected.
yeah, my guy. Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I was like, that's my guy over there. He out in LA living life.
DJ, you're in LA now? I didn't know
Yeah, I'm
that.
in LA for the weekend for a
Oh,
week.
okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Hey, we got family in the building. We love that. Cool. Mike, you are our last question, and then we're going to move into the listening session.
All right, real quick first, I'm going to try and keep this short because you know I could talk, Lexi. I want to thank you guys for being true journalists, but I just want to shed some light on some of the landscape for the artists in the room of what really transpired and why you guys are a breath of fresh air, is because a lot of journalism did look at it like, oh, it's too much work to build a platform, get our journalism credentials, and get to the money that way and earn it the hard way. And a lot of portals help kill a lot of the journalism today. A lot of these platforms are charging writers a portal fee, forcing them already right off the bat to either be negative $50 to write about an artist or charge the artist $50 and break even. A lot of, I won't call them journalists, a lot of writers will just copy and paste someone's bio on multiple blogs and charge a substantial amount of money for their time and to have access to these portals that a lot of these blogs have created. There are still true blogs out there. There is still true journalism out there. Clearly, we have two of them right here. And like I said in the chat, if someone contacts you unsolicited and is already talking prices, run away. Because if you didn't pitch to them and you didn't get on their radar, and they're not even following you, like they're just cold DMing people to get money. And a lot of the times they will get you placed, but you'll be on the subpage of a subpage of a subpage of the editorial because they don't want the editor of the blog to find it. And then even when you Google it, you can't find it unless you have the exact web address. You could do a lot of research and searching and even go to the staff pages of a lot of these different sites to see who are the accredited writers. And you'll be able to tell who's got portal access and who's an actual writer on staff. And just do your due diligence and research everything, because I hate seeing independent artists getting duped. I hate seeing them spend the money and then when you Google, you see the same article 7 times. That kills your SEO data, that kills your Google score, and it actually hurts you more. So a lot of artists think having a bunch of articles helps, but if it's the same article on multiple sites all saying the same thing, it doesn't equate your Google score or your SEO data higher. It all counts as one. So again, just giving y'all your flowers. And what I'll end it on in a question is this, short and sweet. What's the best approach to contact you guys? Because everyone has their own particular way that they like to be approached, or the channels of how they want to be approached. I'll just ask both of you, what is your particular lane of how you like to be approached?
Of course, emails, or you can DM me. I really respond to DMs on Twitter. Those are like my two favorite.
Hudson's really good. Hudson, you're just really quickly, you are so good about being responsive on Twitter. I don't know how you
I
do
try.
it. You get so many messages. I don't know how you do it. Beard, what about you?
I would say email for sure. But if we like have a relationship where like we follow each other on socials, feel free to DM because that way I can actually see it. Like I said, that request folder is very scary. So at least if we're following each other, you can DM or even tweet me directly on the timeline. But for the most part, I say for 90% of artists that reach out, I prefer email or a submission form.
Cool. Thanks, Mike, for the free game and the question. I think that was a good one. Also, I've been so bad, y'all. As we're getting back into doing these events, I keep forgetting to do the contact sheet, but thank you to, I think it was Jackson who put together one. I'm just going to reshare the link. So if y'all want to connect with each other, then feel free to drop your socials in there. Also, Love Me Roommate, what are you eating? Looks like you're chowing down over there. You're making me hungry. I haven't had breakfast.
I'm sorry. I was making breakfast. And I have it's just eggs. My bacon went bad, so it's just eggs.
I love it.
I love egg.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool. Oh, I'm
Oh,
echoing a little bit. Can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all hear me? Am I echoing still?
No, you're
Yeah,
good.
sounds better now.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, we are running a little overtime. I'm going to try to make it through these songs very quickly. And I did get a ton of messages asking if it's okay to still submit music. Unfortunately, the deadline was yesterday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and that is our typical deadline unless our event is at a different time. So just keep that in mind, y'all. If we do have an event, it's going to be at Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and just always check the time. Cool. So thank you everybody for your questions. And also, if you've been enjoying the show so far, you all know the drill. If you like the show, if you've been enjoying what Hudson and Beard have been saying, please unmute yourselves and give us a little woo woo. Woo woo. Nice. Okay, cool. This always gives me a rush of energy. So cool. We're gonna jump into the listening session. So for those of you who submitted, you should have gotten an email unless you submitted late, or you purchased a ticket and got approval from us. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. Give me just 1 second. So Beard and Hudson, I know you've seen some of our events in the past. You are welcome to give as much feedback or as little as you would like. If you're like, this song was really not it, but I'm not comfortable with being honest about it, it's totally okay to just be like, thank you for sharing, but we do try to keep an open space and provide constructive criticism. So for those of you who have submitted music, I strongly suggest that you stay open to criticism from the speakers, as they are the curators who are listening to music constantly and do have a great ear. But listening to music is very subjective, so try not to take things too personally. So give me just 1 second as I pull up everybody's music. So DJ submitted a song from Theo Major, who I think Theo Major was in the building. Hey, what's good, Theo?
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Cool. So Theo, we're going to play one of your songs, and this song is called Junkie. Actually, let me share my screen so y'all can see it. Give me just a second. Here we go. Okay, can you all see my screen? Yeah? Okay, cool. And also, by the way, for those of you who did not submit music, just keep in mind it's great to stick around for this portion because it gives you a sense of what Hudson and Beard typically look for in music and ways that you might be able to improve your music as well. So this is this is Junkie by Theo Major, under 95 Agency. pause it there. Ooh, before I give my feedback, Hudson and Beer, do you have any feedback?
I like that. I like that. Who submitted that?
That was Theo Major. So DJ submitted it for his artist Theo Major. Both of them are in the building.
Yeah, that's a dope
Yeah.
track. Follow.
Yeah, I really like that. Like they are DJ and Theo already know I'm big fans of them. You know, Philly in the building. So, so I'm really fan of music. I think this is probably like my favorite Theo song that I heard so far. So
Nice. Yeah, Theo, this is our first time, I think, well, me seeing your face in person that's not on Instagram. And Theo, I've listened to your music because DJ promotes you and is a great artist, manager, and person to have on your team. Shout out DJ. But I have been listening to your stuff and I love your voice and your music. This is the first time I'm hearing Junkie. And I know this is an unreleased track, but I can't wait for this song to come out. I don't have any constructive criticism, honestly, because as soon as this song came on, I was already like, all right, let's go. This is it.
Thank
cool.
you. If I could hop in, just thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. DJ, you the GOAT as always. Beard, what's up, bro? So I appreciate you, Hudson. DJ tells me that y'all connect all the time, so I appreciate it and thank you for all the kind words. We dropping pretty soon, top of July, so for sure.
Let's go. We're ready.
Perfect summer song.
Yeah, we getting it in. So
cool. Thank you for sharing that. All right, next up we have got Light Switch by Ezer B and Shine Robbins, this is also an unreleased track. Shine or Ezer, are either of you in the building? I think I saw Shine earlier.
Yeah, I'm in the building.
Hey.
What's going on, everyone? It's good to see all y'all. Hudson Beard, nice to meet y'all. Thank you for listening to this. This is a track that's coming out in 3 weeks by Ezra B and myself. I hope y'all like it.
Cool. I will preface, this is a really interesting track that includes some German in it. So hopefully we get to that point. I can't remember where it's at in the song, but if we do get to that point, just letting you know it's in German. It's not in English. All right, here we go.
For the moon, I don't care if I might miss. Quick take flicks, light it up like a light switch. Yeah, I try to be righteous, but devil on my mind right beside where the pride is. Said I weren't the right fit, lifeless, I ain't even try to fight it. But you let me go, so peep how I take off, launch like a flight risk. You don't like when I'm like this, but I chose to be like this. Since you placed all your likes on the hype kids, when I was the one putting work in the night shift. Downside of my niceness, smile in the front, but my back's where the knife is. Bright side is my kindness and high peace of mind when the tides of my eyelids. Breathe in the water, my squad bleed deep and we feast like piranhas. Swim with the sharks, rip apart of the drama, cause some people act and some fact check the authors. See, I pen my own story and write what I feel, so feel free to ignore me. Just know that we whipping up a storm, better join me. We cooking in the house like my son's name was Corey. Light switch. Light switch, don't be confused when I boom, make the sky shift. Priceless. Can't price this, true, I could brighten the room like a light switch. Bright-minded, search for a spark.
And I'm gonna pause it there. I've heard this song many times, so I'm gonna let Hudson and Beard jump in if either of you have some feedback.
Yeah, I definitely like the bounce of the record for sure. I mean, hip hop's not really my lane, so I know Hudson probably could give more feedback than me, but I like the production of it for sure.
It's different. I've never really heard like I don't know, like Beard said, that bounce is fire. I definitely could see that like in the club or something. When is this dropping? I'm trying to write about this too.
I would love that. Thank y'all so much. This is coming out July 12th everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any feedback. This is fire.
Shine and Ezer have been making music on their own, and Shine has been making electronic kind of not dance like but just electronic and dance production type beats. And Ezer has been rapping and somewhat singing a little bit. And then they both decided to collab. They're both part of our VIP program. And Shine, I've given you feedback on this before, but the engineering on this is significantly better than the first one that you sent me. And I'm happy to hear the master. But yeah, this is cool. Thank you for sharing. And Shine, I'm keeping you accountable on doing all of your press outreach. So Hudson, you will receive
Yes,
some
ma'am.
information from Shine.
Yes, ma'am, Hudson. That is absolutely coming your way. Thank y'all so much. And thank you everyone in the chat for the love.
Cool. Thanks, Shine. All right, cool. So we have got Suli L by S. Is Rasul in the building? Rasul?
Yeah. How's it going?
Hey. Oh yeah, of course. I was just talking to you. All right, cool. So Suli is presenting L by S, and here we go. Oh, just not playing. Hold on, give me 1 second. Do y'all hear anything on your end?
Not yet.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me try to do this again.
Yeah. Suli.
There we go.
Love ourselves. I need you to love yourself. Show yourself some love. Show your love.
Jackie, you can't disrespect a nigga who just really need to respect himself a little more. Nobody could have convinced me of all I was or would become, cause it's so hard to see the upside of things when you're grown accustomed to sleeping on hardwood floors. Grew up hella poor, developed a little slower. Perhaps I could have been poured into a little more. Why nobody wanna tell me growing up, boy, you a star? Some still won't admit, but it's never too late to realize you've been a shit. All this time they only wanted what was on my plate, but wouldn't spare a bone if I hadn't ate. I mistook that for love, some kind of how, some kind of way. I had to get it about the mud. My environment was drawn with my blood. Been through hell, been through war. Shit I seen had me paranoid, but for the sake of my seat, I'm prepared to go through more. Project Homeschool, we knocking down walls to open up doors. A vision where every hood has a curriculum for success. I eventually grew wings, cause most of my life I had to wing it. Guess it was all part of God's plan, cause I lived it. Majority of the time I'm able to see it, had to make believe it. Became the characters in my readings. I've been Moses, I've been Christ, I've been Muhammad, became the truth I've been seeking. Don't kill a messenger, I'm just paying homage, swap in the Mecca. The way I'm circumambulating my opponents, I know my haters wishing the sun never shine on me. Cause ever since that dawned on me, that day ain't never getting no around the.
All right, I'm gonna pause it there. Hudson and Beard, any feedback?
Yeah, that was really good. I think, yeah, I'm a sucker for like a good soul sample in hip hop. So you caught me as soon as I heard that sample come in.
Yeah.
The flow is good too. The energy is good. Like I can see myself listening to that in the gym for sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
I like this sample. I was gonna ask, like, okay, I hear this sample. I like your word flow. You got like a good flow. Are you from the East Coast?
Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio.
Midwest, shout out to Ohio. Yes, a good like riding music. I need that too. You just got everybody talented on here, Lexia. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I had to bring the heat today.
Like, what's going on?
Soli has presented some music to us in the past, and Soli, I remember you presented something, and I was like, "This has got a Bay Area vibe," and I'm from the Bay Area, so it's so cool to just hear the versatility in your music, and I really, really like this track. So thank you for sharing this one.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Also, someone asked, Justin, you said you were dipping, but here he is. Justin asked who produced this.
This producer named Quincy Tones. Quincy Tones. I'm working with Quincy Tones and Rob Lowe out the Bay right now.
Hey, out the Bay, yay area. Cool. All right. Thank you for sharing that one. Next up, we've got, let me see, we've got Warrior by Riza. Riza, I think I saw you in the building, so I'm going to go ahead and play it. Here we go.
I might just, yeah, I might just, yeah, I might just, yeah. I might just, I might just, I might just, baby, I might just die. Won't jump for my pride. I ain't backing down from nothing. Don't ask me why. I'm warrior, can't run away from nothing. Don't ask me why. I'm warrior, can't run away from nothing. Don't ask me why, man. I was raised not to fear man. Nor life, if it happened, then it's in the plan. Keep it moving through the quicksand. Lost at sea for a minute, then I found the land. I've been looking for a long time. Life hit me, thought I lost mine. Guess I was pushing through the wrong signs. Wrong was around, kept me confined. I just gotta keep it real once again. Get knocked down, gotta heal once again. Ate that blow, had to feel once again. Stay 10 toes, yeah, I'm here once again. Oh, they be talking about who here to the end. Had you on dirt, now they wanna make amends. I done beat the smiles, yeah, I know they pretend. When the bros and the hoes in this house, stay friends. Shake that fear away, where we going now? 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 Baby, I might just, baby, I might just, baby, I might just.
All right, I'm going to pause it there. Riza, I've given you feedback many times about this song. I don't think you need any more feedback from me. Hudson and Beard, either of you have anything?
I think it's mixed really good. I like the background vocals. It's very like beachy summer vibes. I like that track too.
Yeah, I like it too. I don't know if it's like the Zoom compression maybe, but some parts sounded like it was clashing a little bit. So I don't know. It could just be Zoom like compressing the audio. But I really like it. It was a nice smooth vibe. Yeah.
Riza, I feel like this isn't so much as feedback, but I feel like your music has changed a little bit as you started making more and more. So it's just cool to see you elevate to a different part of yourself. And this is one thing I want to also mention to all of you as artists. When you all submit your music to us in these listening sessions, I do try to keep a mental record of who comes to these events and who's been a part of the community. So when you're submitting stuff, keep in mind that if you continuously submit stuff, you're getting your music in front of people over and over, which allows them to remember who you are. You're also, allowing yourself to get feedback from different curators so you can take what you need and leave behind what you don't. And then on top of it, you're getting feedback in a way where as you elevate your career, folks in the music industry are going to see that elevation, because some of the people who come onto our events as speakers oftentimes attend different events because they're also learning about other folks in the music industry. So just keep that in mind. But Riza, thank you for sharing that. Did you want to say anything before I move on to the next one?
Oh yeah, for sure. Thank you for the feedback for one. Appreciate y'all listening. It's of course always been a pleasure being a part of Finesse Media crew. Oh yeah, I'm kind of excited to sing this one because I got my friend Anaya to come and sing some background vocals. So that's kind of what you hear in the background. So it's been cool to just kind of watch this song kind of progress. So yeah, appreciate the feedback once again, and thanks for the love in the comments.
Cool. Thanks, Riza, and good luck with the show that you're preparing for. I know you got something coming up.
Actually, I did that last night, so I performed that again with the live band. So yeah, if anybody's interested in seeing that too, I got videos of that, so I can send you guys a link. But yeah, it was a good time.
Nice, cool. Congratulations, that's awesome. Riza performs with these awesome live bands, and if you all ever get a chance to see some of the live stuff that he does, it's really cool. But yeah, thanks, Riza. All right, next up, we've got Lori. Lori, you submitted late, so I haven't heard this track yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and play So Fresh, and I know that it was screened. Hudson and Beard, we're running a little bit over, and I know we have this song and we have just one more. Do you have a little bit of time? It should be maybe about 6 more minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is So Fresh by Love. Lori, are you still in the building before I play this? Oh, sorry, it keeps playing on its own. Lori, are you still in the building?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Hey,
okay, cool.
everyone.
All right, cool. Good to see you again. This is So Fresh.
People don't know you and me, but they don't even see the work we put in to get the green. But we keep it going, flowing, cause that's where we know the vision, and that's where we be going into the future. Get in the bag. You can't fathom what you can't see, but I know it, so I just gotta show it. I show up and turn out, cause I know how to go and get down. I'm in that cut, so in God I trust. I get the bag. I get the bag. You know I'm so cold, I'm so fresh. Yeah, I hit you in the chest. You know I'm so cold, so fresh. Yeah, I hit you in the chest. I'm so cold, so fresh. I'ma just go ahead and hit you in the chest, make you feel it. So fresh, I get the bag. It's not that simple, it lies in consistency. See, it's just that not everyone has that determination, but I don't need no explanation, cause I get the bag, I get the bag.
All right, I'm gonna pause it there. Lori, this is the first time I'm hearing your music, so I appreciate you sharing it, and it's so cool to, put a face to the type of music that you create, because I haven't heard it before. Lori, I want to give a little bit of feedback, and just keep in mind, every time someone listens to your music, it's, again, take what you need, or take what you need and leave what you don't. And it is very subjective. One thing that I hear in this track is there's a lot of stuff going on in the production, and it's hard for me to focus on either the vocals or the production at many points in the song. What I really like about it is that it reminds me of like 90s hip hop. There's this artist out of the UK who does that style of music. Her name is RAE. She is a really incredible artist for you to check out and just, see the differences and similarities in that style of music, because I can see you doing really well in that space, but there are just a lot of things that need to be cleaned up in the production. And also keep in mind, silence sometimes can do wonders for our ears. So you don't always need a ton of instruments to be used for the entire song. So sometimes less can be more, but I do like the 90s hip hop vibe. I would love to hear a little bit more work on the production and the engineering of the song. Hudson and Beard, anything from you?
Yeah, I definitely agree with like what you were saying. Like it was a lot going on, so like it kind of clashed a little bit. But I think the vocal effect that you had going on was cool. I would have liked to see like maybe could it kind of like stayed the same way throughout the whole song. It was kind of like stagnant. So like I would have liked to see like some variation like with the production like in the middle of the song. Like it was like a good intro, and then like if it would like change in the middle into the end, it would have been like, and I reintroduced that vocal effect throughout the song instead of it just being straight throughout. I think that would have been like a cool direction to go into.
Yeah, Hudson, anything from you?
I don't know how long the song is, but I feel like that'd be a cool, since you're rapping, like a quick 16, just because it is a lot going on with the song. I do like the beat, I like the 90s vibe. It is a bit refreshing to hear that nowadays, but I feel like you should cut it down, definitely mix and master it a little bit better. And maybe your flow could be like a little bit quicker. a little bit quicker. Other than that, good job. Are
Yeah,
you, is she from like the UK or?
Yeah, Lori, where are you from?
I'm from SoCal too.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
what
not from
part?
the UK. Like near like towards San Pedro Long Beach area.
We gotta link up, girl. I'm out there.
Definitely, definitely. But I really appreciate the notes. I actually produced, mixed, mastered, wrote it all. So I'm still learning on the mixing and mastering. So these notes and feedback's really helpful.
That's impressive. A lot of us can barely tie our shoes some days. So no, I really appreciate you sharing this. Thank you so much for bringing it to the Finesse Media community.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, cool. So oops, that's the networking sheet. Last but not least, oh, sorry, I'm showing you all my email inbox that's just not cleared because I got a lot of emails. Let me just pull up. I have to open up the customer service email. There is one more song that we have. Also, I just want to say you all are so talented, and I know sometimes the music industry can get very taxing and difficult to navigate because you're learning a lot, you're trying to make money. Some of you have other jobs, many of you have other jobs, and it can be very difficult to navigate this space. But I just want to say, it's really impressive to be able to create something and be able to share it with others. And I truly believe, I know not everybody is super religious, but I do believe in a higher power, and I do believe that we were put on this earth to share our talents, whether that be to love really hard or to make music or to provide services to others, or not provide services to others, be of service to others. We all can provide services to others, but yeah, I do believe that we were put on this earth to share a lot of our talents with others. So I strongly applaud many or all of you for sharing your talents with others, because it's not easy, especially not in this very toxic music industry sometimes. But I'm going to go ahead and stream Cash by Jay Aaron, who couldn't join us today, but he is represented by the Finesse VIP community. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quickly. And this is Cash. Here we go. That is our last song for the day. So I hope you all enjoy.
Insert cash or select payment type.
My mama told me, only trust what you see. Can't afford to pay attention if you're not paying my beat. There's no discounts, so maybe come tonight. Oh, no, I'm talking cash over here. You already know you're not gonna last for a year. In front of the liquor store, but now you're feeling it back. You made a name for yourself. I'm talking cash, baby. You ready to go?
So what's it gonna be? Oh, you tryna hang with me in the streets? Got scared money, don't make no money. Tell me how it's gonna be.
Now close, now don't get paid. Guess what? That's what my mama said. Taught me how to live. See, there's common sense. If it don't make dollars, then it definitely don't make sense. Come on. Yeah, I'm talking cash over here. You already know you're not gonna last for a year. In front of the
Ooh, I didn't want to stop this one. This is a good Saturday song to end the event off
Yeah.
with. Hudson and Beard. What do you think? Did you like it? Did you not? Did you think it was terrible? We can
That's
tell
a
Jay
good
Aaron.
song.
Nice. What about you, Beard?
Yeah, I
Anything?
definitely love it. Yeah, I'm a sucker for like that funky, groovy kind of sound. So is this song out? Because I'm actually like working on like a playlist for like similar sound to this.
This song, I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to check
Forgive
in
me, I'm
with.
so sorry. I just got here. I just got off.
Hey,
I just popped in.
Beard.
I'm so sorry. The song is not out yet. It will be coming out next month. Thank you, Alexi. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like a few people saying like it sounds like it can be like in an ad. I can definitely hear that too. Like
Like one of those
distinct
Target
possibilities for the song.
commercials or something.
Yeah, or like
Absolutely.
Apple
Cash, right?
AirPods.
That's what it's about, the cash.
There you go. That's a good fit. Apple.
Nice. Yeah, you should pitch this actually to companies like Cash App, Venmo, the ones that are doing ads, because they definitely, everybody likes a good jingle. Who knows? Could be the next Cash App jingle. That would be cool.
Look, that would be very, very cool. That would be very, very cool. Thank y'all so much for listening. And I heard a little bit of the feedback and the advice you were giving to all of us in regards to blogs and presenting ourselves. Thank you guys so much. It's very valuable.
Cool. Thanks, Jay Aaron. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad to be hearing your music every weekend. Cool. So that pretty much wraps up our listening session. And for those of you who did reach out, I know there were several of you that wanted to play some music but didn't get a chance. There are always more opportunities. Feel free to follow Beard on Instagram and Hudson on Instagram. So I'm going to drop their handles really quickly. Beard, the Bard blog is just the Bard blog, right? On Instagram.
Yeah, just it's really just a Bard, but it's I had to put blog because apparently someone had the Bard on Instagram already. So
Got you. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna drop both of yours, and Hudson, I always forget, it's HUDSUN.
Yeah, like the sun. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. And then Zeal and Pristine is Zeal _& _ Pristine, right?
No, just Zilla Pristine. Just straight up.
Gotcha. Okay. There we go. So did I get that right? Is that right, Hudson?
Let me see. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so make sure you all tap in with their platforms. Hudson, Beard, and I, actually, this is our first time connecting face to face and getting a chance to speak to each other. But they have been very supportive of our community. I have been very supportive of everything that they've been building, and they're just some incredible people to connect with. Even if your music doesn't get played or isn't relevant to their platforms, then they're good to follow and just keep supporting what they're doing, because it's journalists like them who really keep the music industry a better industry. So Hudson and Beard, thank you so much for being a part of this event today. Is there anything that you want to plug? Any advice you want to give? Anything that you want to leave everybody off with? It could be anything your heart desires. You literally could say a prayer and then we'll leave off with that. It could be anything.
Shout out to you. Like, thank you for creating this space.
Yes.
Yeah, you are the GOAT, the underground queen, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys, follow us. I'm always open to listening to music. Free press is good press. Follow Zilla Pristine. My digital magazine is dropping soon this month. I'm dropping a new single with ZP Records. Stay blessed, you guys. Just stay out here, keep doing your thing. Anybody can reach the top. It just depends on how bad you want it, and just stay focused. This year could be your year.
Beard, what about you? Anything from you?
Yeah, just keep going. Don't be afraid to reach out to curators, especially like microblogs, because you never know. They might not have the numbers, but they have the reach. Because like sometimes I look at my numbers and I get discouraged, but then I have to remind myself like the right people follow me. So just don't be afraid to reach out to smaller platforms, because you never know who they know, who they might be connected with. So take advantage of every platform, no matter what level it is.
And Beard and Hudson have their hands in everything and know tons of people in the music industry. So if they don't like your music, then who knows? You never know. They might promote it to someone else, or actually the likelihood of that might not always be true, but but sometimes, if it's like country music and Beard doesn't like country, or doesn't listen to country too much, then he'll pass it on to Hudson. Cool. But I appreciate all of you for tapping in this weekend. We love the Finesse Media community. And one more time, if you enjoyed the event, give us one more little woo woo. Woo, 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 woo. One day I'm gonna host a Bay Area event. I'm gonna get everybody to say Bay Area. Who keeps doing that so late? Someone's popping in like a minute late. But no, we appreciate you all for tapping in. Again, if you are not a Finesse VIP, you're always welcome to tap into that community. I don't promote it a lot. I actually got to update it a lot, but we have a really tight-knit community of about 26 different VIPs right now. And I like to keep it tight-knit because that means that you get some individualized mentorship. So Shine's in the group, Jay Aaron's a part of the group, Ezer, Riza. We got a ton of people in here that are VIPs and they can attest to what we do in there. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or them. Sorry, Shine, Riza, and Jay, Aaron, and all y'all. If you end up getting a ton of messages, that's because of me. But anyway, I appreciate you all. Happy Saturday. I hope you enjoy the sun. Happy summer. Happy solstice. And thank you again, Hudson and Beard. I'll tap in with you all